You're sitting there waiting for me to start. I'm John Miglash for the Wisconsin DMA and the International Society for Strategic Marketing. Okay, well, I want to start off first with something silly. I did an unwrapping of the Whopper, and so I'll show you what I got. It was unaided. Oops, hit the.
That looks pretty darn good. You got to give it that. So let's take a bite and see. Well, as expected, they cooked the tar out of it, so they're kind of missing the point. But
Take another bite. See, it's all overcooked, completely cooked through.
But it definitely tastes great, and even though they overcooked it, I don't think you could tell it wasn't beef because they overcooked the beef too.
Okay, so I gave it a 3 or 4. The point of the Impossible Burger, for those of you at Impossible Meats, is to leave the pink in. They put beet juice in it so it looks pink. And if you overcook it, it looks dumb. It looks like a piece of burned bean burger. So restaurants, and almost everywhere I've ever gone does this, they cook it like beef. You do that, it won't look like beef. You don't cook it like beef, you cook it like vegetables and just sear them a little. Nobody wants soggy broccoli either. Cook it like a vegetable and it'll look like meat. Does that make any sense? Right? No, probably not. Okay, so now let's get back to wherever the heck it was I am. Way over here. Okay, so consumers are warming to self-driving vehicles. And I would have liked to see a trend in this report, but what they said was that Musk announced that you can stream Netflix and YouTube while moving. Once driving cars, I don't know if self-driving car. I drive a self-driving car. I drive it myself, so I'm not sure that term is the best for what we're talking about. We're talking about robot cars. That would be a simpler term, and then we would get the true danger, because robot cars are what's going to run us over. Now, so far, and this is an important statistic to keep in mind, far fewer people have been killed by robot cars than have been killed by regular cars. There's something like 50,000 people a year killed in self-driving cars where they're driving them themselves, right? Okay, but the robot cars have only killed 1 or 2. So I say, give it a go. Until they kill about an equal number, I say the robot cars are safer. See, we could have simplified this whole article, and that's why you watch this show, because I boiled the news down to its essential characteristics. Okay, human error accounts for 94% of motor vehicle accidents in the U.S. Only 2% are due to vehicle failure, which is not at all what a robot car is about. We're not talking about a tire popping and you slamming into somebody on the sidewalk. We're talking about robot cars where the robot doesn't recognize a stop sign from a Burger King sign, right? Something like that. That's basically the gist of it. And I just got Periscope to come up, and I still can't tell if it's working. But here, at least I'll be able to see if we're streaming something. Yes, we are. To somebody on the sidewalk. And there it is. Okay, so we have been working. Attaway. Okay, so this logic does not follow at all. If human drivers are cause of most car accidents, then robot cars should be the solution to making our roads safer. Only if they're better. Oh, who teaches logic anymore? Nobody. 67, which is exactly 2/3 of Americans, believe safe driving robot cars will be safer than human-operated self-drive cars. Self-service means you service yourself, and self-drive means you drive yourself. 44% say that if they got picked up in an Uber car without a driver, a robot Uber, they would get in. Like if they had those student driver cars where you have an extra brake pedal, that might be helpful. Anyway, where the driver's ed teacher can slam on the brakes if you're going into a tree or a crowded street of pedestrians. Anyway, I don't know. That's not even half. So Uber, I think you got a ways to go on that one. Better off delivering packages. I think the concept of grocery stores and restaurants delivering pizza with a robot car is a far better idea. Then you just have to get out of the way of the thing. You're not in it, not locked in. Why start with people? It's insane. Okay? But I did read an article just a few years ago even about a guy who drove coast to coast in a Tesla, and he said he touched the steering wheel like maybe 5% of the time in cities. But on wide open roads, I used to read books. Till I looked up and a semi was coming at me. It was a 2-lane highway. Probably 2-lane highways, I decided, are not a good place to read a book. But, a freeway. Then I got married and had kids, and I haven't really done it since. I watch YouTube. No, I don't watch. It doesn't come in. It uses up all my data. Okay, so people say they use cruise control. Half the people say it doesn't matter. Some people say it's better. I always use cruise control. It keeps you from getting speeding tickets, if nothing else. Okay, helps your gas mileage. So that was a lot of nothing. We all admit that. Okay, so now Heinz has gone on a kick saying we've invested too much in marketing costs consumers can't see. And I was hoping this was going to be about digital advertising and how nobody knows what bots are buying the digital advertising and not seeing it. But sadly, it was about how they're trying to reduce agency costs and beating up their vendors. They also said that they have a 70% ketchup market share someplace in here. 70%, all-time high. You know what, though? Sales are down. Why? Well, here it is. Okay, I discovered A1 sauce is better than ketchup on almost all meat. If you want something on your meat, don't put ketchup on it. If you put steak sauce on it, the chef might not cringe. Now, I do most of it. Meat grilling, so I don't care. But I used to always use ketchup on my French fries. What's the problem? Well, some of you may know, because you can see I'm so much more slimmer in my face, that I have lost weight on the carnivore diet. I lost about 12 pounds in July. I'm off it now. I had sweet corn. I had 3 cobs of sweet corn. As I love sweet corn. So anyway, I'm off of it. I'm on the vegan. We have a 2-week fast the first half of August. So it's hard to be carnivore on the vegan diet. So I've gone off the wagon, eating very moderately and not gaining weight, but enjoying at least some vegetables and some other things that I like. But I don't get French fries, so I don't use ketchup. Sorry, Heinz. You can use taco sauce. You can use Tabasco sauce. You can use soy sauce. You can use darn near anything and not have ketchup on your food anymore. So, 57%, or 50, I'm thinking of Heinz 57. 70% is good, but not in the declining market. We got to do something about that. Okay, another article, interesting article, said that firms who tried in-house, bringing their creative functions in-house may not work. This is new research by the Data and Marketing Association, which used to be the Direct Marketing Association, and we have kind of lost our connection because we're direct marketers and we care about real data. And what was funny about this was this report isn't by vendors looking for you to outsource, but by a trade or association. Yeah, you ever go to one of their shows? It's all vendors. Vendors pay the bill at the DMA. Don't lie to us, Ray. Ray, you're lying to us again. This is a data marketing association run by vendors. The whole survey was run by vendors. And what's the metric, Ray? You didn't tell us the metric. He used to be a great direct marketer. Now he's sold out to the dark side of the DMA. Anyway, firms that have tried it reported a 15% drop in increased productivity. What is a drop in increased productivity? Is that a decrease in productivity? An increased drop, an average drop in increase Anyway, a decrease in productivity and 11% fall off in creativity. By what metric? They enter fewer contests. The beauty contests for ad agencies to win. No metric whatsoever. We win fewer awards, yeah, because we're not an agency. We don't care. So take a page from Heinz and think about it. I don't know. I wanted to get to this one, but I'm gonna spare you because I'm obviously in a jovial mood. Have a great day. Wisconsin DMA, Direct Marketing Association. We get to the facts, and it saves you time covering the world advertising and marketing scene.